Well, hey everybody, it is Monday night. That means it's check-in Monday. Grateful to have you with me on tonight. What a blessing it is to always be able to share with those of you on Monday nights. I know last Monday we were not here, but we're here tonight. Last Monday we took a little break getting ready for the 4th of July, of course, and I pray and trust that all of you had a good 4th. I pray and trust you had a good Sunday this past Sunday, and everything went well. Do me a favor tonight, since you're here, do this for me. That's right. Like and share it with someone, and invite someone to be a part of this conversation and talk tonight on this check-in Monday. You know, there's a lot going on in the world. So many things are happening, and when I look at the timeline of different things, we're still losing a lot of people each and every day, and we're praying for those families that are losing loved ones, and those that are going through the grieving process. We're yet praying for them. Grateful for each and every one of you again that have joined us tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and we're excited about you being here on tonight, and thank you so much for being a part of our check-in Monday. Again, do me a favor, like, share it with someone on this evening, and just share it with someone, and let's get right into it tonight. I don't know where you live, but it has been hot in the ATL today. It has been burning up, and it's been hot for a couple of days now, and hopefully, we know it's summer, so we hope the weather will get better. But if not, we'll deal with it as it is. Amen. But it is hot. Hot. Now, if it's your first time being with me, please let me know where you're viewing us from and where you are tuned in from tonight. And I'll appreciate it. I'm going to highlight you as you make your comments. They're on the screen. Everyone will be able to see them and everything. So let me talk to you just a few minutes tonight. I promise not to be long. It is hot. I got my TV lights on, and it's hot in here, but I'll be okay. So let me just talk to you for a few minutes tonight and share with you something that I've been thinking about today, and I believe that it will be a blessing to you. You know, many of us, as we've gotten older, as we went a certain point in our lives, age-wise. I am now 62, and I know that some of you, you may be older, some of you may be younger, but after you get to a certain point in your life, you'll find that things sort of change in the way you think, and you'll also find that time plays a different role in your life as far as what you're doing, the things that you're going to do in life, and even the things that you planned. And sometimes you can almost sense that things are just coming together for you, and things are really beginning to turn in your favor. And you can see that sometimes the work that you put in, the hard work that you put in, sometimes is starting to pay off. It's starting to come together. You're starting to see some things that are happening for you. But now I want you to recognize something, that just when things begin to turn and move for us, sometimes we can allow ourselves to get disrailed. We can allow ourselves where things happen where we sort of get off track and do those things. And I want to encourage you tonight to understand that when things are starting to move for you, when things are starting to come together for you, when things are starting to materialize in your life, you've got to get to the place that you get a thing that you don't get distracted and cause yourself where you will get disrailed or get derailed, and you'll get where you're off track. We have to make sure that we don't become distracted with things going on around us. And I want to tell you, because one of the greatest hindrances sometimes that we have in our lives is we get distracted by things going on around us. I've noticed that anytime I haven't had a lot of accidents in my life, haven't had a lot of things, but I've noticed anytime that I may have had some that was close to an accident, may not have been an accident, but it was close to an accident, it was due to the fact that I was distracted by paying attention to things around me instead of being focused on driving or where I was going. Even walking, you can do that. You can get disrailed. You can sort of get distracted about things around you. When those things around you distract you, then you'll find yourself not paying attention to the things you need to pay attention to. And you have to make sure that you don't become distracted. I'm telling you that distractions and being distracted by things around you, this is why in most states they put laws in where you're not supposed to text and drive. Now, people text all the time. I've seen police driving down the highway texting, but if you're texting and you're driving, sometimes you're going to have an accident. Even if you're eating, whatever distracts you will cause you to probably be in an accident or something. Why? Because you were paying attention to things that were around you. And let's just be honest tonight. In our lives, some things that we got off on was not because of anything else but us paying attention to other things around us, other people, other things that were going on with other folk, other things that we thought that they were getting ahead or they were, people, because people have a way of this day of marketing, and they'll market things and make it seem like they're doing better than they really are. And sometimes we get focused and caught up in what other people are doing that we get distracted and we lose focus on what we are supposed to be doing. And I want you to hear me tonight, because a lot of times we have gotten to that place that we are paying so much attention to other people that, and I want to reiterate this marketing thing, because I've done marketing for years and cameras and TV and stuff. And I said to you when I was in the movie with the movie about Bishop Carlton Pearson's life, and the producer of that movie, he came to my church, him and a group, and he even had me to audition for a part, believe it or not. But he said, I'm going to make sure you in this movie. I want you to play one of the bishops in the movie. You're going to sit on the platform. You're going to walk in when they bring the actor in, Bishop Pearson, that's playing Bishop Pearson. So when we were sitting there, we got there early in the morning. It was about, I had to be there about, I think it was about 5:30 in the morning, whatever. Didn't leave that set until about 9 or 10 that night. And we went through this whole day and we shot those scenes so many times. But the thing that was amazing to me that caught my attention in the whole thing was, I always thought I wanted to be an actor. I did. I said, I want to be an actor. I want to be in movies. But after being in there all day, I said, maybe I changed my mind, because they work long, long hours. And I'm sure the money is good, but those are long, just hours that are whatever. And so being in that, what was sort of interesting to me was, if you go and look at that movie, it's called Come Sunday. I think it's on Netflix, I believe. But if you look at that movie, in when they're showing that part where the actors in there that's playing Bishop Pearson and Bishop Ellis, and up in the top, you can see that they're in the top, that every section in the top is filled with those bishops in their robes or whatever. But now if you were on the set, you would have to understand that they didn't have anybody in those sections up there. Then they put somebody up there. They put a group, they moved them to one section, then they shot a scene, then they put them in another section, and then they put them in the third section. But when the movie came out, whoever did the editing was excellent, because when the movie came out, it looked like the whole balcony was filled with people. And it was not filled with people, but it looked like it was filled with people. Why? Because it was the power of doing whatever that seems to be, you could say deception, but it was how they edited and how they positioned the cameras or whatever. And so a lot of times what we have done is we've got distracted by looking at what other people have put out that looks like it's really doing something. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's that way. I'm not saying that it's not, but it don't necessarily mean it's doing that way. But it's the power of the position of the camera. It's the power of the position. And we're distracted because we're looking over at somebody else's life and thinking how good they got it and don't know what's going on with them. So you can't get distracted. And we can't afford to miss our moment that we have right now. Some things God has given and open for you right now. You can't afford to miss your moment right now. The moment is now. It's not next week. It's not tomorrow. It's not next year. It's your moment now. And you can't afford to miss your moment now. Can't afford to miss your moment. Your moment is now. You got to take advantage of the door that's open to you now. Take advantage to what he has presented to you now. Now is the moment. Now is the time. Not next year, not next month. But the reason we can't take care of the moment because we're focusing and we become distracted by looking at other people. And you can't do that. You got to stop looking at what other people think and what they're doing, because what they're doing actually has nothing to do with you and I. All right, I'm gonna leave that one right there, because it ain't got nothing to do with you, got nothing to do with me. Some things that they're doing have nothing to do with us at all. But we become distracted and worried about what they're doing. And so you can't afford to miss your moment that is now. I need everyone to get a hold of that. Your moment is now, not next week. It's now. Take advantage of your moment now. Why are you going to take advantage of your moment now, Pastor Martin? You're going to take advantage because missing the moment is something we may never get back. And I need to make sure you get that tonight. Missing the moment may be something you never get back. I'm going to say that one more time, real slow. Missing the moment may be something you never get back. And I need you to get that. I need you to understand that missing the moment may be something you never get back. You just can't just go back and snatch it. It may not afford itself to you again. The opportunity may not present itself again. It may not be something that comes around and you miss that moment. Why? Because you decided that you were being distracted over here. And then another reason sometimes we miss the moment is because we allow people to talk us out of the moment. You've got to know when it's a moment. You've got to know when something is right. You've got to know when something just feels right. You've got to know the moment that is and don't miss it, because you may never, and I got to keep put emphasis on this, you may never get that opportunity again. It's like taking a picture. I say to my, I say all the time to my granddaughter, Madison, that's now, she's sort of the photographer for our church, and she takes pictures. And I said to her the other day, I said, I want you to keep your eyes open and looking around, and I need you to look to catch the moment. And she said, I said, catch the moment. What do you mean the moment? I said, I need you to catch the moment. I need you to get the money shot. And it sort of hit her what I meant. I said, get the money shot. The shot that it's a moment that we can't go back and get. Have you ever, I remember something that happened, and I laugh about it now, but it wasn't funny at the time. We were filming a wedding. This was years ago. We were filming a wedding, and we had everything. We were doing everything and everything. And we were able to salvage what we did, But when I got back to do the editing of the thing, come to find out that we had forgot in one camera to put the tape in the camera to tape the thing. Sound and everything was beautiful. The other cameras got it, but the other camera that I needed to do, we didn't have it in there. A moment missed. Can't go back and get it. You can't do the wedding over. Some things you can't do over. If you miss that moment, you may not get it again. And so you have to learn to be sensitive to the Lord and take advantage of the moment. Don't let people talk you out and get distracted with missing the moment. You have to take advantage of it, all right? All right, next thing is you don't want to miss the moment. And the next thing you want to do is you want to stay on track with your goals and what you believe is supposed to happen in your life, whether it's a vision, whether something God told you. Stay on track. Our greatest hindrance many times is we get off track and don't stay on track with our goals because we're trying to compete with everyone else's goals. We're trying to compete with what they're doing. And it's all of us have been guilty. We start feeling some kind of way about what somebody else is doing. And we have to understand that it does not lessen or make you not as good as someone else because you're not doing it in the magnitude that they may be doing it in. So you don't have to feel that way. Everybody has a place. Everybody plays a part in God's plan for things to happen. And so when you start understanding that, you stay on track because you may start small today and grow. You never know what God's going to do, but because you get off track and you start looking at everyone else's stuff and you get distracted looking at their goals, looking at what they got, then you just sort of lose your way. And let me tell you something, whenever you lose your way, it's not always easy to get things back on track again. Stop allowing people to move you away from your goals, move you away from what you believe you're supposed to be doing. And so I need you to stay focused for the balance of this year. Stay focused the rest of the year. You know, because one thing you'll find out, if you get off track, people, they're not going to help you to get back on track. Some people are glad that you're off track. Some people know you are not going to do whatever. And so that's an excitement to them. You'll be surprised of how many people don't want you to make it, how many people don't want you to do this. And one of the things I want you to do, and this will help all of us, I don't want us to spend a lot of time focusing on people that don't want us to make it. That's our next greatest hindrance, is focusing on people that don't want us to make it. Why are we focusing on all that negativity? Why are you focusing? Why are you trying to impress people that you already know don't want you to make it? And I see posts all the time. You know, my enemy is gonna do this. Listen. Let me really say this to you tonight. I am not concerned about what my enemy's thinking. If I have some, and I'm sure I do. But I'm not concerned about that because the more time I focus on what they're thinking and what they're doing, then it keeps me from doing what I'm supposed to do and where I'm supposed to go. If I'm always thinking about the enemy, they doing this, they don't like me, they don't like this, they don't like that, then my attention, they've already got me. Because if I heard someone say years ago, anything that can get your attention can keep your attention. All right. I need you to hear what I just said. Anything that can get your attention can keep your attention. Well, how do you know when it gets your attention? Because that's the only thing you focus on. If all your post is about your enemies, they got you already. If everything you say is about who don't like you, they got you already. If everything you deal with is about they did this, they got you already. And if they can get your attention, they can keep your attention because they know what to do to keep your attention. They know what to do to keep you all up in the air, to keep you all going. And so you become distracted, and now your whole thing is off simply because they got your attention. You got to stop focusing so much on people. Oh, if I could cut your heart open and write that on the tables of your heart. I did a message years ago, and it was not a message to down everybody, but I did a message years ago, deliver me from the people. I love people, but you got to get delivered from folk. Because if you waste your time, and I know y'all don't want to admit it, but most of the time we waste most of our time worrying about people. Some stuff we do, and I gotta get out of here, y'all. Some stuff we do is about impressing people, showing people that we are not who they think we are, but that we are better. And we waste a lot of time on that. There's some of you have went broke trying to impress folk. You went out your way to make them think that you really got all you that so they can look at you a different way. And what you need to understand is that is a great distraction. Whatever God has blessed you with, whatever God has given you, enjoy what he's given you and stop trying to impress everybody. Stop trying to please everybody. Stop trying to just fit in. One of the things that I think most of us need to realize is some places you are not made to fit in to. Once you recognize that, you take the strain off yourself. There's some places I know I don't fit in. And so I don't try to force myself to fit in where I don't fit in. I don't care if you're doing a puzzle. If you try to put a piece in where it don't go, it's just not going to go. It don't fit in. Some of you need to understand, love people, treat them right, but you just don't fit in. I mean, what else can I tell you? You just don't fit in. And if you don't fit in, you don't fit in. And don't get bad, they won't give me a chance. No, you just don't fit in. But you will fit in somewhere. God's got a place for you to fit in. Go where he got for you to fit in. God will open the door, make space for you where you fit in. It may not be everywhere. And you can't miss your moment letting your attention be drawn to everybody but what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to say this and I'm going to close. Most of us have gotten away from our original assignment in life. And I began to think about this the other day, and I'm going to throw this in right here for free. Did you not know that most of us don't even follow God's directive for our lives? We're trying our best to duplicate what somebody else is doing, or to duplicate what somebody else is doing, or to keep up with somebody else. And so when we start talking about, we're following God, and sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're following what other people are doing, and what's working for them, we think it'll work for us. But then you got to understand that if God is in control of everything, what he gave one person, he may not have given it to you or me. And so if he didn't, then we have to go with what he's given us, and we have to flow. I would love to be able. Now, my late uncle was alive, My uncle could sing anything. He could sing. I mean, he could sing stuff, and he could sing for an hour and 2 hours. He had them that long. I never even heard my uncle hoarse in my whole time of being with him. He never got hoarse. He could just sing, and he had a memory. He could sing stuff, anything, just sing songs and just sing them. Never forgot words or nothing. Just had that voice. He was just could do that. That was him. My late sister Duranis could sing anything. Little Miss Muffet. My late sister Sean could sing anything. My wife can sing, but now I can hold a tune. I can keep the beat and do stuff, but I'm not gonna give you no concert. So my thing is, I can't get distracted because they can do that and I can't. I do what I can and then keep moving. Some of us, our frustration in life is we trying to do what everyone else is doing that may not be what God called us to do. Yeah, it's real quiet now. I can't play an organ, so don't put me on the organ. I can play drums. I can do other things, but whatever I can't do, I don't worry about that. And so, like other things, uh, like other things, I could do a lot of stuff, but some stuff I know I can't do. I ain't worrying about that. That ain't my calling. That ain't my gear. That ain't my gift. Now, if you want some preaching, talk to me. If you want some teaching, talk to me. But if you want a concert, you better get somebody else because I can't do that for you. I got a couple songs I can rock for you. But there's some songs I can't rock them for you. But I got a couple songs I can rock for you all day long. I got some praise and worships I can do for you. I got some other stuff I can do for you. I can do that. But I can't, and there ain't no need of me going through no changes. And so when people don't allow you to fit into their world, think about it. Are you really supposed to fit in? Is that where God has called you to? Every place is not for you. Every group is not for you. And you have to recognize it. I like I said, I'm 62. It took me a while to get that, but it hit me. And I figured it out. I got it now. Every group is not for me. So I don't worry about that. I'm only concerned about what I'm supposed to be doing and what God gives me to do. I'm not trying to duplicate nobody. I'm not trying to keep up with nobody. I'm not trying to compete with nobody. And if we can get all that settled, I promise you, that's when God will use you to your greatest extent because you figured it out. I'm only here to do the will of God and to do what He wants me to do. All the other stuff, I can't worry about it. Again, if they can get your attention, they can keep your attention. So I need you to focus on that. I don't know if you ever watched this show. I've been watching it. I tape them. I watch them a lot. And I'm really closing, y'all. I tape this show, and the service that I have, they tape it, and you can tape all this stuff. It's unlimited, so I get to tape it, and I just sit here and watch it episode after episode, and that is these young ladies that did stuff for their man, for my man, and they committed these crimes and all of this stuff for their man. They killed. We were watching one yesterday. The young lady wanted to be with the guy, and she was 17. The guy was 20, 28, and to make sure that she would be with him, he told her, "We got to kill your mother because she's keeping us from being together, and she helped him kill her mother. And you would think just normally that don't make sense. And others, I saw another one where a young lady was a police officer, fell in love with a thug like guy, and where she was doing some security at, she went in and they robbed the place, and she helped kill the people that she was working for in security, and she ended up in jail. And some of these people end up with life in prison, life without the possibility of parole, or they end up with 40 years, and some of them will be 78 when they get out. And I'm saying to myself, just looking at them, how innocent they look, but how somebody influenced them. Some of them were in college, they were on the right track, and influenced them and got them off track. And now their whole life is messed up. In my conclusion, don't let people get you off track. Don't let people make you miss the moment. Don't let people make you miss your time of visitation. Because you may never get that opportunity again. All right? Well, I pray something has been said tonight that has touched you or something that has helped you. I pray that it has been good. I want to thank you again to all of our first timers that are here with me every Monday night. Meet me here, usually at 8:30. Sometimes I move it to 8 o'clock. But if you want to know about that and be able to be a part of what we're doing, you can do that. And I'm trying to see. I think I may have. It may not be here. May not. I don't know if I've got it on here tonight, but let me see. If I've got it, I'll show it to you, and let you see it tonight. Let's see if I got it. If I didn't get rid of it, which I may have, but let me check it and see. Here we go. If you want to make contact, do this. Go to this right here. You see that right there, Linktree, DL Martin, and you can go there and you can see it where it says, let's stay connected. If you want to be able to get a text message from me or something when I'm online so you'll know what's going on, go do this right here. You see it. If you got to go back and look at it, go back. But you see it right here. Go do this and go to Let's Stay Connected. And you can do that. And what that'll do is that will help you to get connected. Give me your name. You just give your first name and your number, and we'll lock you in. And every time I'm online, whether it's Bible study, church, whatever, you'll get a notification from me, and it'll let you know that we're online. All right. So just do that, and it'll be a blessing. God bless you. Thank you so much. I thank y'all for the engagement. Thank y'all for doing that. Somebody said they sent in an offering right now. Well, God bless you tonight. Amen. Now, if you want to send an offering, you can. If this teaching has been a blessing to you, you can use my Cash App, the $DOMSR. You can do that tonight and be a blessing, whatever amount you want to give. If you want to do that, I would appreciate it. And thank you so much. Well, we're getting out of here. Tomorrow night, those of you who want to meet us at 7 o'clock, we'll be here for Bible study, and we'll be sharing tomorrow night, and it's going to be a great time. I know the Lord is going to bless us. Those of you, if you get a chance, if you missed our Sunday morning service this past Sunday, go back to YouTube and check it out, or go on Facebook and check it out. I ministered from the subject, God is turning the king's heart. It was truly a blessing, and the power of God was great. So go back and watch our service. I know it'll be a blessing to you. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night in Bible study, or Sunday for our service, or next Monday night. May God bless you, and may all God's choice blessings